Hello. So, we're here again. I'm finding it. Wait. Should we see what that is?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's nice.
I was actually joking, but yeah. So I'm here with Tallulah. Nah, man. Do you know what it looks like? I've had my lips done with that lip liner on. It's too much. It's too much. Hello. Hold on. Hello. I'm here with Tallulah.
Hi.
If that seemed rushed, it's because I've done 93 hellos and they all sound Hi. Just chilling, yeah. We're just casually having a chat. Gonna say good morning then. Hold on. The beginning is always the worst, so then I have to start. You can if you want. Do you want to sing? Push it all over to you. It's like, Where was we? So yeah. But yeah, I'm here with Tallulah, and today we're talking about our mental health. It's probably day 20 of 31, and it's 31 days of loving your brain. I'm doing something every day to raise awareness about mental health and to encourage people to talk about how they feel and to let people know that if your brain feels weird, it's not weird, it's wonderful. She was diagnosed when she was 22 and she's now 25. And we're gonna, I just want to talk to her about her experience. I've learned so much from her, through her, is it? Yeah, I've literally written like 20 paragraphs of things that I'm taking from our conversations together to quote in my blog.
Yeah.
That's the door. But I'm gonna leave this on because I want to be able to edit it easily.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is the deal. Yeah, if I leave it on, I can just cut all this bit out. Otherwise, I'll have to like jumble 3 videos.
Unless it's well good.
Yeah, unless it's well good. Today, we're going to talk about Tallulah's journey with ADHD. She's taught me so much. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much more of my life that's affected by ADHD
that
I
you
can't
don't
be
think about.
I can't actually be bothered to learn about because I'm trying to digest other stuff.
Well, and I think it's one of them things that like, with each little thing, then you think about it at the time when it happens.
So, you got diagnosed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
How did you get diagnosed?
So I'd been diagnosed when I was like 14, 15 with anxiety, like general anxiety disorder, because I was having panic attacks and I wasn't like, I knew there was nothing I was actually sad about, or that anything that I was actually, was a real issue in my life. I had a happy home, I went to school, it was fine, I had friends, there was nothing, but I still felt like there was something not right.
Always there.
Yeah, I always knew there was something different or something not right. And so I was having panic attacks at school, and I went to the doctors and, kind of they brushed it off and said it was an age thing, then went back and then they said that I had general anxiety disorder.
At 14?
Yeah. And I
By the way, I'm just going to cut in because I've been trying not to for ages, but I know I'll forget. But she understands because she's got ADHD too. But that is one of the most annoying things that I hear, is that young girls are getting diagnosed with anxiety and depression and the medication for these things are very strong.
Yeah.
And have very mad side effects. Not always bad, but the side effects are effective, basically.
Yeah, and also, I was diagnosed then later on at like 18 with depression, and you're actually not supposed to take antidepressants if you have ADHD. And obviously at the time they didn't know I had ADHD, but it can actually affect your ADHD worse if you're on antidepressants. Yeah.
The thing is psychologists need to be educated more because anxiety and depression are both symptoms of ADHD.
Yeah.
So when you have ADHD, you're prone to feeling anxious and you're prone to having depressive episodes. Yeah. And obviously if you're managing your ADHD, you're managing them too.
Yeah.
But the most annoying thing is that people are getting diagnosed with anxiety and depression.
But I think with young girls, the main reason that it is misdiagnosed is because when people, most of the time when people say about ADHD, we think of like a 5-6-year-old boy who's like running around, bouncing off the walls, so hyper, and that's that isn't how it manifests in everyone. No. And especially in girls, most of the time it's the fact that they spend so much time daydreaming, or they can't focus on tasks, they're in another world. They're the kind of, there are more girls that are described as like being ditzy or
Yeah.
being like
losing stuff all the time.
Yeah, losing stuff, forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas boys, you just see a boy who runs around and is hype, and you're like, okay, he's got ADHD.
Yeah.
And they don't recognise it as much in girls. And
It's
I
true.
think that's why.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why. So girls and boys get ADHD different. So they girls and boys respond different, exactly like you've just said. But also, so do adults.
Yeah. Girls and boys' temperament at that age, obviously, this is not a whole. It's not speaking for every single girl, every single boy, but their temperaments they are usually different.
Yeah, definitely.
And so girls are.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Yeah.
So if we're saying this generally, there are general things that are being ignored.
Yeah.
And the main thing is boys are known to be more out there than girls, so they act out, where girls would be more, take on the overthinking at the age of 2.
But and even in getting attention and stuff, whereas a boy would maybe be running around, whatever. I know when I was a little girl, it was literally, if I was not engaged and I was not interested in what was happening, I was completely switch off and be daydreaming in another world. But if I was, it was like I'd be trying to be centre of attention by doing something else, by showing off, by being obsessed with getting everyone's attention and things like that. And I think, again, that's not another thing. People just go, oh, she's just a show off, or she just wants to be centre of attention, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's actually, no, I'm trying to, I need some kind of focus, and I need everyone to be
for you to feel stimulated.
Yeah, totally.
That's so similar to me as well. You were having just that feeling crap, even though nothing was crap.
Yeah. And so then I got diagnosed with depression when I was 18. And the thing that I was most depressed about was that there were so many. I'm one of these people. I'll have an idea to do something one week, and then I'll have earlier I was saying to Penny about an app that I want to design, but I'll have something like that, and I'll be like, oh my god, that's...
You literally feel like it's a business idea.
Yeah,
the next day.
And I have things like that. Honestly, probably every couple of days, and I was so depressed because I felt like capable of doing so much stuff, but completely incapable of ever achieving any of these things.
Yeah.
And I got so depressed. It was because I felt like I couldn't ever achieve anything in my life. And I felt clever within myself, and I felt capable, but I wasn't able to ever act on those things.
Yeah.
And, then it meant that I felt like I'd missed out on so many opportunities.
Same.
I'd
you'd ruined it. You'd had the opportunity to live your best life, and you'd ruined it.
Oh,
because
literally.
you acted like you were passionate, but you weren't committed enough. And if you're passionate about it, how are you not committed?
Yeah.
So you clearly don't want it as much as the next person who can commit to it.
Yeah, and it was things making super impulsive decisions where I'd be in a work situation where it was going well, and then decide to just leave that and start something else, or just not being able to actually be okay, this is an idea, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to follow it through. And so then because of that, I didn't feel clever, I didn't feel like I'd done anything for my life, I just felt shit, basically.
Yeah, same.
And so then they sent me for a CBT.
What, for depression?
For depression.
So that's
cognitive behavioural therapy, which is
basically, did they teach you how to train you how to think different?
Well, so the intention was I'd go there, and then they'd teach me how to think differently about my depression and to help my anxiety. And as soon as I got there, I guess because obviously having ADHD, I didn't know at the time, obviously, but being distracted and whatever, basically the therapist, she looked just like Kate Moss. And so obviously I'd gone in there, and straight away she's asked me questions about how sad I am, and I was like, you really look like Kate Moss. And obviously I don't know, I probably had gone off on loads of tangents when I was speaking to her. Straight away she was like, CBT's not for you, I'm going to send you to see a psychiatrist. So then in between that time, I was convinced that maybe I had bipolar or hypomania, because...
But bipolar is known to be similar to ADHD.
It's really similar to ADHD.
With the ups and the downs and the
totally.
changing, really.
Yeah, but it would ADHD just was not something I'd ever thought of grown women having. I never ever thought
I have never heard the term away from primary school.
Yeah, ever. No,
ever.
Same. And so I thought, I must have hypomania then, or I must have bipolar or whatever, and I was trying to Google and research what it was, why I couldn't either have CBT, then why have I got to see a psychiatrist. And anyway, then I went to see a psychiatrist, and within the first 10 minutes of me being with her, she was like, you've got ADHD. I was literally...
Had you heard that before then?
No. I left there, I called my mum, and I was like, okay, so what the hell's going on? She's told me I've got ADHD, what a load of bullshit. Yeah, and so I was like, they've said I've got ADHD, and I just didn't. I thought it was just
You
ridiculous.
didn't. It's not even like
it
when I first heard, I wasn't even hurt.
No,
I was
just
like,
literally
you didn't listen.
stupid. Yeah.
You did not listen.
Exactly how
What?
I
Maybe
felt.
I might have like changed the subject 80 times and might not have stopped moving. I've got something else wrong though. I'm sad.
Yeah.
It's
like,
not.
I thought, okay, ADHD plus whatever else. Like, are you serious? But like, I was just like, that's ridiculous. She'd given me anyway like a load of different leaflets and like things about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got home and was like, oh my god,
Raging.
like,
I have
literally.
ADHD. Raging.
As like every single thing, it was like
Same.
somebody had just written a whole description of me.
Same.
Like,
Same.
and so then obviously I was like, okay, probably have got ADHD
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Same. And I was like, do you lot know that adults can get ADHD? Because I've got it. I've got it really bad as well. Yeah, we'll talk about this on another video.
Yeah.
But Tallulah opened up to her employer and told him about her ADHD. It didn't go down well though, did it?
He fired
No,
me.
he fired she.
He fired
Yeah,
you.
but that's a different video.
Yeah.
And that's going to be one about,
ADHD in the workplace.
yeah, ADHD in the workplace. I was going to say something else. Discrimination.
Oh yeah,
That's
discrimination in
that's
the
what it's gonna,
workplace.
yeah, discrimination. You need to have dignity in your workplace. I've just done training at work called Dignity in the Workplace. It's actually sick. Anyway, I'm telling the truth. Oh, let's make sure we're still rolling. Rolling.
I look quite tanned in this.
You do. You look tan when you walked in.
Yeah.
Myself and Tallulah both knew something was wrong, knew we didn't feel right, knew we shouldn't be feeling as crap as we were feeling.
Yeah.
Just not understanding the level of low that we were going through. Both found out we had ADHD from like the first proper conversation we had, and were just like, you haven't listened to me.
Yeah.
So we knew nothing about ADHD. We both have. Have you got severe?
Yeah.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Not assuming. If we knew what ADHD was, we'd definitely have picked it up earlier.
Yeah.
Because we would have
100%.
seen all of our traits and how we feel.
Yeah, totally.
So this is why we're doing this, basically. What I'm
Yeah.
getting at is we are having these conversations, and you'll see Tallulah in loads of these. We're having these conversations because no one knows what ADHD is.
Yeah.
This ain't indirect to any of my friends, but there are people that when I found out I had ADHD, I went and researched it to figure out what ADHD was when I read that list of, if any of these resonate, you could
Yeah,
have it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
every single one resonated.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I've got it. Researched it, realised and got diagnosed, and I do have it. Told my friends, like, I've got ADHD. And I'm thinking, so this is why I'm like this. This
Yeah,
is why
yeah,
I do this. This is why. And they're just thinking, yeah, that's why you're hyper.
That's exactly the same. Like, so many
there's
of my
nothing
friends,
else they
they
understand.
just, no, literally, separate thing.
They're not gonna think her ADHD is triggering her right now, or like, I know it's not like I want people to feel sorry for me, but like I am gonna
but
do
you want
odd
people
things.
to understand. It's
Yeah.
more like I don't want anyone. Like I actually I don't swear again.
Fudging.
I hate people feeling sorry for me,
Same.
but I also hate people
Not
who don't
understanding.
understand. Like they don't or try and understand or
Yeah.
don't like try and get it at all. And you know, like I've had so many people who I've told them I've got ADHD and they just go like, oh yeah, you do talk.
You're
loads.
so it's so
Or
babe.
like,
I knew
"Oh,
you did.
Yeah, literally like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you do use your hands a lot when
Yeah.
you talk. Like, babe, wait, it's so much more
Yeah.
than that. But people
That's
just
me
don't.
when I'm being. The only reason you see me moving a lot is because I'm actually managing it.
Yeah.
But when I'm
literally.
not moving, you know
Yeah.
it's going down.
But that's the thing as
I'm
well.
yelling,
People
timber.
don't.
Sorry.
Like I was trying to explain to somebody the other day. Like it doesn't mean that I'm talking all the time. Like sometimes, if it's like a situation where I feel really anxious, I'm so quiet.
Yeah.
Like and so then
And it's loud in your head.
Yeah.
So
and
loud.
Like, there'll be like 1,000 things going on, but I'll be like really like
Yeah.
quiet. Like you know, like any situation I don't feel comfortable in, I go proper
Yeah.
like
You
inside.
trigger. It triggers you,
Yeah. And like
Basically.
people don't get that at all.
Yeah, not at all. And like I've had a few things happen, not so much recently, but just a few situations where I've overthought so much in a situation with my friends, and I can see now that I'm speaking to them that I have gone too far. So like I might have prepared for something bad to happen that they can't see why I would think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like I could have like built I could build a bunker
Yeah.
and like have like a housewarming party in there and tell all my friends we're gonna move in there, and realise that because one firework went off, I thought it was a war. So like
Yeah.
but I do like the physical, so I do the worrying. I at
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
and I know that that situation.
was such a random.
I know.
Like
It was good though, isn't
it
it?
was good. Yeah.
I know that like my friends who are in situations like that with me just think I'm having a moment. I'm just actually thinking 20 years ahead,
Yeah,
and then I
course.
can mess things up, and it's
Yeah.
annoying. But if anyone, and I do have a few friends, that have they're like they've become some of my closest friends because not
they've
only have they read my blog and commented on everything that, oh my gosh, I understand this because of you now. I understand this now, but like a couple of them have actually, when they found out I had ADHD,
done their research.
They researched like off their own back. Do you know what I mean?
Such and it
touches you like. And I'm not saying this because I want links sent, but when someone close to me sends me a link to do with ADHD or a screenshot to do with ADHD and it really resonates, like I literally put them in my will.
Yeah.
I literally like, you know what? My future children, you're coming off. So and so learned about why I have 20 conversations at once. I've got to put her in my will. Get overwhelmed.
No, it's true though. Like I think anyone showing that they want to understand or showing like an interest in understanding, it does make a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. For you as well.
Yeah.
And it's not like you want to get away with murder. Like, you know, but you do things and you realise it's
100%.
You know, and you just want someone to, when you do, like, my
to
friend,
like, allow you to just be like, oh, you know what? Like,
what?
I was going to say something interesting.
Yeah, I know, it always is. It always is, really. But,
my worst thing is, like, actually planning to meet up with somebody and whatever time we're meant to meet up and actually following through with that plan, or even just like answering the phone and being able to answer the phone that day, or do you know what I mean? I'll say to my friends like,
and they don't realise how big it is.
Yeah, and like really, I'm genuinely actually apologising to all my friends that I do this to all the time, but like if I've said to you I'm going to meet you on Thursday, I might not actually be able to meet you on Thursday. Like it is likely that I won't on Thursday pull through and actually see you.
Because you want to.
I'm like, oh shit. I want to actually... Sorry,
there's an earthquake in here!
But like,
you've done that loads of times, by the way.
Oh, really? I want to actually meet up with them and see them and whatever, but it's just like actually getting it together to go there and do it doesn't always work out.
Yeah, and on the day, I know God is really being patient with me during this ADHD journey. Since I found out I've had ADHD, I haven't been late to work, and I used to be late every single day because I used to get stuck at the front door and think, oh my gosh, I need to do a wash. You know, I need to actually put my books in alphabetical order before I leave quickly. So like I would be late to work because of things like that. Knowing I've got ADHD, I'm like, no way. I'm waking up early, I'm leaving early, so I haven't done all those things. Don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so since I've known that now, one of the traits of ADHD is that we make and break plans. Yeah. Or we make plans and we don't remember we've got other plans, or we've made a plan and haven't written it down or whatever. So we are crap with plans. Yeah. Don't like to say that, but you know, we have to manage our time different. I have tried to be so much better. So like, if I genuinely don't feel like well enough to do something, or I feel like I'm having not anxiety but like
a stressful day,
like a stressful day where all I want to do is like watch Catfish and whatever, and I feel like going out and socialising will be the last thing I want to do, I'm still going to do it because I don't want ADHD to win. But when someone cancels on me, do you know what? I actually get the joy of the Lord.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like...
Oh, I don't. I think...
No. So, okay, actually. So if I am forcing myself to do something because I don't want ADHD to win, and then the person says, P, I can't come because this. I had a meeting the other day. I wanted nothing more than to go home and lie down and just do nothing. Like, my body wanted to just be flat. Yeah. But I had a meeting that evening. I don't know why, just all of a sudden the great ideas I had in the morning were gone and I just wanted to be in bed. It just happens that quick. And the meeting's going to be really great. It's going to be something really good and really beneficial. And then I really don't want to go anymore, but I'm definitely going to because I'm going to push myself through, but then they cancel. And then I get like the most joy. I think it's similar to like someone being proposed to. Do you know, like, I don't know. That's the only thing I can... I literally look at my phone like, do you know what, Lord? If I ever doubted you were real, I don't anymore.
I feel like, say, especially if it's something I'm looking forward to, like, I feel like it's like I've, like, come up, especially if I've had a good day, it's like I'm so buzzing that it's like I'm actually on something.
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're living off your adrenaline, natural adrenaline, ready for the next thing.
Yeah.
And then it gets taken.
When it gets taken away from you, it's actually like...
Yeah. Like someone said, guess what, it's not actually Christmas tomorrow.
Yeah. I can go through probably like 20 of those feelings a day.
Yeah.
Like wake up
at the highest
this
strength.
Is happening. Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, at the highest strength.
Literally.
Highest level. Like, what is the thing you struggle with the most?
I think relationships. I don't mean relationships just...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
Friends,
like friendship.
yeah,
Even,
family.
my relationship with my sister, my relationship... Like, all...
How you relate.
Yeah. And I think my main thing, like, I've been thinking about this recently, is, like, I have hyper-focus on, like, a massive level. Like,
so you have to focus on people.
Yeah, and I think that I can hyper-focus on things that I'm doing and things that I'm interested in. But 100%, when I first meet somebody, like... It could just be like a girl, like new mate, whatever. I get very like, it's exciting, and they're a new person, and they're a new person to tell them all the things that have ever happened in my life.
Yeah.
Or
She tells her life story in the first link.
Literally, like, this is
It's
me.
so cute. When I was 2, literally.
But and I know that it obviously seems like self-indulgent a little bit, and I'm not like that, but I get really excited. Every single thing. I just want to share it, and I get very like hyper focused on those things, and I think sometimes that means then with friendships, well, you were best friends with her 2 minutes ago, or obviously I've got my closest friends who have been friends with me for hundreds of years, but then there aren't always new people in my life. In like actual relationships, like I do probably come across like I'm coming on really strong.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I'll feel that way about you in
tomorrow.
A week's time. Yeah, it might be over you then.
You know what it is though as well? It's because an ADHD brain is so hard to stimulate.
Yeah.
We search for stimulation so much, so we get bored easy.
Yeah.
I think when we do find someone that we're interested in, or someone that stimulates our mind.
Yeah. Literally.
Literally like, you're staying forever.
My mum says to me all the time, like,
you're staying for a whole week, every minute.
And it's going to be so intense for
Yeah.
like, I will move in with you after one day, and I will live at your house, and then
see each other at carnival and be like, yeah, bye. That's how you are.
I used to live with you for a week.
Oh my gosh. I'm instantly thinking of how it can sound. We're laughing about it because
I feel
you've
like
had to
hurtful to other people.
It's not hurt. It's not a thing where it's hurtful, and there are people that wouldn't understand because we didn't understand, so we can't explain. I'm saying we, but I'm taking on all your badness because I don't do that. Not at all. I didn't even acknowledge that relationships get affected by ADHD.
I have been in relationships that have lasted a really long time, like not a really long time, but a long time. Like 3 years is my longest.
That is long.
Yeah, it's a long time. I do put so much in at the beginning. I get so overexcited. I have planned every aspect of our friendship, our life together, our whatever, our relationship so quickly.
Do you get like a diary and stick stuff in?
I should do.
Cinema tickets and that. We went cinema today, look. That's her fingerprint. My new mate had ice cream and that's her fingerprint on the ticket. It's pink because it was strawberry.
But like, I'm the kind of person who like would be like, should we go on holiday?
Yeah, straight away.
Like, we've been speaking for a while, but we met for the first time today. But should we go on holiday this summer?
I think we should. I think we would definitely get on a holiday. I can see our toes in sand. Straight away, innit?
None of that, but I wouldn't have thought about the fact that, like, oh, wait, can I really afford to go on holiday? Yeah. Do I need to work? Should I put the time off?
Is it even hot in that country at the moment?
Yeah, I would have planned our whole holiday together.
Yeah. But it is nice, like we were saying earlier. I think the endearing thing about ADHD is that. Yeah. Like, we will do a video all about relationships because there's so many layers, and I want to look into it as well and come to terms with the stuff I realise. I'm just so upfront with people. Like, I would just say, like, oh, this is what I'm like, this is what... Yeah. Because a lot of the time if you've got ADHD, you can be really, like, confident, but then when you're feeling anxious, it's really hard to express that to people, and, like, for anyone you're in a relationship to understand that, because then they know you as one thing, so like then but also
be able to get their head around another thing.
It is scary opening yourself up to vulnerability because for me, the way that I'm like so like confident and outgoing, and I love people. When anyone comes around me and they've got that feel good thing, that you catch it. Yeah. So when I'm feeling good, I want to give it. Yeah. So anyone I'm around, if I sense anything that makes me think that they need more, like more love or more compliments, or not that I'm being fake, like just because I always want to leave people better than how I found them.
Yeah, of course.
But where was I going with that? Well, it happens. So when you are the person in your friend group that likes to uplift people, when you are having a time where the smallest thing is making you feel like the worst, you can't say it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to sound like, what has she done? What has she taken?
Yeah.
Like, why are you thinking like this?
Yeah.
Like, but I think the main thing in that, again, is people understanding.
Most of my friends would always describe me as like, oh, but you're always happy. Oh, you're always whatever. So if it is like a little thing, it doesn't always get like taken that seriously kind of thing.
It's true. On the back of that, we are going to talk more about relationships because it could open up a whole
Or do you think medication should be a whole separate one?
Like, I didn't realise you got a gang sign there.
Gang sign?
That looks like the essays on them documentaries of Ross Key.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so another thing.
You just
I know. So's my favourite word, you know. Just a recap, I was diagnosed last year, and because instantly I was told I have to take medication, and the side effects said possible suicidal thoughts. So I thought, no. And I found out loads of ways to manage ADHD naturally. But I am hearing lots of good things about lots of other things. So what do you do?
When I first got diagnosed, straight away I went on medication, which was a drug called Lifdex amphetamine. And I started on 30 milligrams and worked my way up to 70 milligrams. Honestly, straight away I was like, this is amazing. It was like all of those things that I said about like these ideas that I'd have and things I wanted to do, I could actually do them. And that was the first time in my life where I'd have an idea like an app. I would have made it by the following week. I felt absolutely amazing.
Productive.
So productive. I was able to, you know, just simple things that other people do find normal, like leave the house and I've got my card and I've got my keys and I've got all the things on me.
Not having to run back.
Yeah, not having to run back.
These things sound funny, but they're proper not.
No, and like not having to. That wasn't a stress. That was just a normal. I can leave the house in a normal manner. I'm on time. Then, you know, for me the main thing was the fact that I could follow through with the things I wanted to do. Like I was putting on nights. I was, you know, I'd made a music video. I'd learned how to direct it. I'd like all of this stuff. Like, and
she's a singer, by the way.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
Another
you can sing if you
there.
want. Yeah, in a minute if you want. It's not my birthday, but you could sing happy birthday.
It was like amazing. It was really good. But like with any medication, there are side effects. My skin got really bad, which to be honest, I actually didn't care because I felt so good in myself. That was like a minor to me.
There are loads of things I'd swap for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Loads.
And like, so
if they said that like a few of your toes will melt.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
same. I'd be like, it's
go
fine.
through.
Take
go
them
through.
all.
I don't wear flip flops anyway.
Them all. I was getting like weird sleep and weird dreams. Again, it was a minor.
Yeah.
In
What do you mean
weird
sleep?
So like sleep paralysis.
Oh, okay.
So where you fall asleep and
it feels almost like.
Yeah, like you're kind of being like pushed down. You can't. Your body's not in your body. It feels like. But then basically, so every 4 weeks, I had to go and be weighed and have my blood pressure checked and my heart rate checked. And obviously, so all ADHD medication are stimulants. So they do all raise your heart rate and your blood pressure. Then my GP took me off the medication once I got to the 70 milligram because my heart rate was so fast. But they wanted to take me off it to basically see if there was any underlying heart thing.
Okay.
Or if it was just caused from the medication.
Yeah.
So they did all the checks.
It
was just caused from the medication.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with my heart other than that medication. Now I am going back on the same medication, but I probably will stay on a lower dose. They have suggested another thing that I can try that will slow my heart rate down at the same time, like another medication.
Oh, to slow your heart rate down?
Yeah, and I just feel like it's a bit overwhelming.
You don't have heart problems.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with my heart.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So no.
So
yeah.
so I can manage my ADHD. I'm gonna give myself a semi-heart attack, but calm it down.
It's something else.
Straight away.
Yeah. And so no.
Are you on any medication now?
No.
So how are you feeling?
Well, it's been a while.
By the way, it's 10 p.m. She got her at 7. Yeah. Just saying.
That's the thing. Like it's been a while now, and I've kind of got used to it again. When I first came off of it, I was so upset.
Yeah.
And as well, you know, the psychiatrist, she's like, you know, they don't even understand. They've not got ADHD. Like for example, I went to see her yesterday. She went to me. Last time I saw you, you just put on that night where you were singing, you doing all this poetry stuff and blah blah blah. And I was like, why are you going to remind me of something I was doing when I was on the medication that obviously I've not ever done since?
Gosh.
And you know when you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like obviously, but she doesn't,
she's
know
not,
how that feels.
Yeah, she's not thinking about the fact that last time she saw you was on medication.
Yeah, and she's not thinking about it as a direct thing of, I was able to do that shit when I was on it, and I'm not able to do that now. Like, it's just not happening for me. Yeah, I mean, the other bad thing about them is you do become not immune to them. Well, you build a tolerance to them very
so you can
quickly.
still have bad days.
Well, more like, if you were on 30 for a month, you would want to go on to 50.
Hold on, I'm just going to move this a little bit because I noticed that sometimes when you move, because you do move a little bit a lot. Just a little bit a lot. You're slowly going, like, as soon as I'm like, hey, Tallulah, hi. But yeah, so you're
you build a tolerance to it quickly, and
you'll want to so once you've used 30, you'll be like, yeah, I'm going on 50.
Oh, definitely. Like I can't see that anyone
wouldn't. Yeah.
My doctor, she really didn't want me to try anything else. She was like, she recommends the one that she prescribed me.
Yeah.
When it kicks in, it's like a gentle kicks in, and also when it wears off, it's a She was saying like the other one.
How long do they take to wear off? Just checking that you're still in the.
Oh, sorry.
Like
the whole, whole day.
How long does it take to wear off?
I've gone again.
He's like, yeah. So basically,
I keep forgetting and just having a chat with you.
How long does it take? So when you take it,
I would usually. They said to me to take them when you wake up, and then it would be worn off like by the end of the day. But whenever I would take it, I would always take mine at like 11. Half 11, because my day usually...
When your day started?
Yeah, my day starts later and finishes later.
So did you stay up late?
Yeah.
Is it like having 12 Red Bulls?
Yeah.
Similar?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? You're the first person that I spoke to that made me consider medication. Yeah. Just because I think you mentioned something about the peace of mind, and I was just like...
Yeah. That's another main thing for me as well, though. Like, I'm very impulsive, and when I was on medication, far less impulsive.
Okay.
Like, basically just everything's better.
Yeah.
Like, everything's like easier, everything.
Was there any bad points?
If it had been my choice, and if they had said to me, your heart rate is up, but it's not massively affecting you, then I would have stayed on it.
Okay. So when you're getting in relationships and you think that you are overwhelmed and you want to tell them all about you, really, you can't do anything but talk. So you're just like, right now, I have all this energy. I'm either going to teach you karate or tell you about what happened to my mum 20 years before she had me.
Literally.
Welcome to
but
my world.
I forget as well. Obviously, the other thing with ADHD is you forget things. So then I'll tell them that whatever story.
You forget who you've told.
Many times. They'll be like, yeah, and then they'll finish it, and I'll be like, oh, this is embarrassing.
So that's really encouraging, because a few people have messaged me and said, I know you don't like medication, Penny. I know you're against medication. It's not. It's just that I'm against medication in general.
Yeah.
I've never had anything that I've needed ongoing medication for. So I've never seen the benefit.
But because it's something people can't see, or people can't like...
You think like, and you hear too many stories like someone had a mental health issue, they took medication, they were never the same. They just like, and you just think, I could be that one. I could be that person who all my good points have just disappeared.
That's the thing, I can genuinely say, like, everyone who was around me when I was on medication said I was just like a better version of myself.
Wow. When I'm doing these videos, the person that I want to see this the most is the person that's going through these things, doesn't know they've got ADHD, and we're telling them. And they're like, oh my gosh, I thought, like how I used to think, I thought I was just totally messed up. But really,
I've actually
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody who's watching this right now and they are resonating with everything you've said, and they literally feel like, she's my spirit animal, what would you want them to know? What would you want the undiagnosed you to know when you needed to know? No. Oh God.
I think firstly that whether or not you take medication or want to take medication or not, having a diagnosis makes you feel so much better. It can then be a journey of understanding what ADHD is and finding out as much as possible. You know, like, as much as I do think medication has been amazing for me, and I do want to be on it and whatever, the thing that has made me feel better more than anything is just having a diagnosis.
Yeah, understanding yourself.
So then you can understand. Yeah, and I think if this is something that you feel like you do have or you feel like you could have, then to go to a doctor. And
just tell them to refer you. Don't tell them you think. Just say, I want to be referred to a psychologist or an ADHD specialist. I was editing that video just now, and it's Friday evening, and I was just editing the video ready to post it up. As I was editing, I got to the end of the video and realised it ended really abruptly. So the phone rang, and while we were waiting for the phone to stop ringing so we could continue, in great ADHD fashion, we got distracted and we felt like we'd finished anyway, so we forgot to actually finish. Typical ADHD, one might say. But yeah, all I wanted to do was actually end the video. So thank you for watching it. I know it's a bit longer than my other videos, but it's because I initially wanted to just talk to people and find out about their mental health issues, but Tallulah's got ADHD like me, so we, as you saw, just cut each other off all the time. We go off on tangents, and we still probably had so much we needed to get to say, but I'm just so aware of like not doing 85-year videos. So yeah, even watching it, I was just like, do you know what? I can't even cut all this funny stuff out. And yeah, love up your brain all the time.